All right, let's get this new race room up. Looks like an SMRAT classic.
Gotta love classic.
Yeah, definitely a good racing category. Yeah, there's definitely RNG in terms of like, do I go to wreck ship? Do I go, back through uh, uh, Blue Brinstar if I don't find it what I want in Green Brinstar, or like what if I
Hmm.
there's so many decisions to make, and any of them can lead you in the right direction. So it's yeah, definitely an interesting one. And like, unlike the last seed where charge ended up really not affecting anything, charge
Hmm.
can be an absolute game changer in these settings.
Hmm. Hmm.
Like, and a lot of times these can end up being a little bit of a longer seed compared to our other ones as well, because a lot of our other seeds may not necessitate like a trip to all the major areas, and these you cannot avoid it. You have to go to Lower
Yep, you
Norfair.
gotta fight the G4.
Yep. So it's you got to get those items that get you to those bosses. So
Yeah, so
suits.
we're looking for charge or 4060 for ammo. We're looking for both suits. We're looking for I'm trying to think of what else
Yeah, speed and
besides
ice are
beams.
huge.
Yeah. Ice is huge, that's true. Speed is huge, yeah. High jump makes it a little more comfy.
Oh yeah, definitely. Getting through like Lower Norfair without like space jump or something.
Mhm.
And also, if you find high jump and no grav, and you're already down in Upper Norfair, it might be worth checking out Lower Norfair at that point too. So there's there's so much that can change your route depending on what items you find like that, that may not be strictly required, but can
Mhm.
can really open up the seed.
I know what I'm looking for. I'm looking for 3 E-tanks to get into, Upper Norfair Ice, because Upper Norfair Ice has been pretty nice in SM Classic.
Yeah, that's true. I'd find myself checking that area way more than I normally have been, and it's definitely paid off for me in quite a few
Mhm.
instances. I remember finding grav there like really early one time, and things like that. So it can definitely open up the seed. But we got the little regular Mimi locations too that are 100% possible for progression, or
Mhm. Mhm.
like the famous Ream Suitpers, um, Waterway, Shack Tool. Any of those can give us some progress to some of these bosses, and we don't know until we see.
Yeah, so I'm thinking the first couple of items we're probably gonna find power bombs early because it's a much higher chance to get power bombs than it is regular bombs in SM Classic.
Oh yeah.
Um, so we'll probably find that either down in Kateria with the morph ball, or we'll find it on Bomb Terizo. And then once we find that, I think it's going to be either, I think it's going to be ammo pretty early, and we're going to be light on E tanks, is my bet.
Yeah, and like you said, that'll make getting like ice a little bit harder to get at the beginning. But one of the things about these settings is you're more than likely to find one suit kind of in the major areas at the
Hmm.
beginning. So yeah, and which suit you get will also kind of determine what routes you take. So I find that grab early. It's like, do I check Upper Norfair, or do I just go straight to West Meridia and try to get some of those majors? There's definitely a lot of decisions to make here.
Now, if I remember correctly, last seed you were thinking Gravity was going to be the first suit, but it ended up being Varia. Were you thinking it's going to be Gravity again, or?
I'm a little bit more inclined to say it's going to be Varia this time. I feel like in these seeds, especially, gravity can be
Mm,
in wreck ship a lot of the time behind Fantune, because there's enough air items for E tanks to be enough with Varia to get to Fantoon. So yeah, I might go with Varia in this one.
I've seen gravity first on these seeds a bit too, though. It definitely
No,
can
definitely.
happen,
Hmm.
which is fun because then it turns into, okay, now I've got to go into Meridia and check all those for my Varia.
Yeah. And yeah, if you find Grav early, a lot of the times you're going to find Speed or Varia somewhere in East Meridia. That happens a whole lot as
Hmm.
well.
Hmm. Yeah, like Varia at Beach.
Something like that. Yeah. And the
Or
sand pits.
Varia at Speedway, or not Speedway. I'm sorry, the snail clip thing.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Aqueduct.
Yeah, or in the pits. We saw that in a
Oh,
seed
yeah.
that you did.
I think Speed and Varia just love being in sand pits. I don't know what it is, but I find I have to check those sand pits almost every time.
Yeah, on the way in, and that's the worst because if they're in the sand pits, that means you have to go drop all the way down and wrap around again just to fight Dragon. Or I guess if you're smart about it, then you don't. But
Yeah, and even then, a lot of the times, you don't have speed or ice at that point, so you're like, okay, I guess I got to go dip down into Norfair anyway.
mm-hmm.
But it looks like our racers are just about ready here. They are starting in just a second.
All right, and the race is off.
For anyone just joining us, BrakeJake won the last race, so he is just doing this for fun. But really, this is a race between Chrono and Heavenstitans. And whoever wins this one will progress to the next stage and will face off against Sumbu Farmer.
And yeah, like I was saying at the end of last race, make sure you're going into each of their chats, wish them good luck, have fun, have a good race. Thank you so much for making this happen because we can't make this happen without them.
Yeah, I wouldn't have the tournament to play in or to commentate, so I appreciate everybody in this community who's is putting in the work to make these tournaments a lot of fun.
Yeah, definitely. Well, as usual, we find the morph ball first. No surprise there.
Yeah, I think it's an absolute hard requirement in SMRAT. I
I think
guess
the only time that it doesn't show up first is if it's area rando and random start.
that makes sense. Yeah. Or just I guess random start in general. A lot of times the random starts will have morph in their location, but
Hmm.
it would be interesting to see like an ice start and have like morph at the taco tank or something just to kind of change things up a little bit. But I don't know if that ice strat is in logic for this. I feel like it is, but I'm not entirely sure.
Hmm. And so far, we're finding missiles, missiles, and
More
missiles.
missiles. So I find that really annoying in these classic seeds when we don't find power bombs because that means I'm gonna miss all these checks here at like Billy Mays and left of Morph and everything. So it makes the
And you're
play
kind of hoping that you don't need to come back for them.
yeah, and it makes it even worse when by the time you finish Green Bryn, you only have like 5 power bombs, so you can't make your way back out. So if there's something important here, you're gonna have to come all the way back later on and clear
Hmm.
everything out. So yeah, I definitely for these racers' sake, I hope there's nothing here, but there is that famous Ream Supters. So maybe they'll come back if they find speed and are still kind of not finding like gravity or something important.
Yeah, and I'm thinking even Waterway is going to be locked for some time with these early ammo counts.
Oh, definitely. And if they don't find speed anywhere anytime soon, that can definitely add to it. Speed can, it can be in Upper Norfair, behind Varia, things like that. And with the items that they've gotten so far, I mean, it looks like they might get some power bombs here, but that will not be enough to do Gauntlet. So they're gonna also probably gonna have to orphan Gauntlet as well.
I mean, there is a small chance we can get a bonus Chorizo, but we're going to see in just a moment. It is power bombs.
Yeah, the only thing that will kind of save this is if 230 missiles ends up having power bombs, and then they can kind of make that decision to go to Gauntlet or not. But yeah, at this point in time, it doesn't make sense to try Gauntlet out.
Yeah, we're probably going to be seeing Terminator following 230, and then down through Green Bryn, Pink Bryn, and then we're going to do Green Hill Zone into Red Tower, and then depending on what we find, it's either up or down Red Tower.
Yeah, and that I feel like that's like one of the biggest decisions that you can make in these is whether to go up or down.
Ooh, early supers.
So that's nice. That means I can clear Green Bryn besides Waterway, so I'm feeling pretty comfy. Probably gonna check the back of Gauntlet before I head down there just in case. But yeah, that's definitely nice to find one of each ammo before heading down to Green Bryn Star, because you'll, like I said, you only orphan the Waterway, so it's not too bad. Man, and look how close here Chrono and Heavenstitans are.
Oh yeah, definitely. It is. And wow, a second pack of power bombs. I was just thinking to myself, I would really love to have a second pack of power bombs here.
Yeah, that opens up the decision to do Gauntlet. So if these are something that they want, they might decide to head back. Do two
Double
missiles.
Double missile all the way across the sky.
It's beautiful. But yeah, that's not. Yeah, if I'm them, I do not check Gauntlet here.
Yeah, for the chance that the Chozo item at the front of Gauntlet is something good, it's not worth it.
Definitely not.
But yeah, you were just saying that Chrono and Heavens are basically neck and neck, and I mean they are. They're basically a room apart right now, which,
yeah,
I mean...
all of our runners, all their decisions make complete sense, and I feel like this is just down to movement who's winning here.
Ooh, regular bombs sitting at early supers.
So while not 100% needed in terms of being bombs, that is a can fly. So that opens up the landing site PBs, that opens up quite a few other places as well. Lower Norfair, once they find, high jump in Varia or both suits.
And I don't know about you, but I'm in absolute comfy mode with this third pack of power bombs. I don't need any more. I'm good.
Yeah, one of the things about this though is if I don't find ice or speed, I might need to crystal flash my way to Baboon. So I still might pick up a few, but the moment I find Baboon access, I am definitely not picking up any more. But yeah, 15's good because that's enough to finish off the Metroid and Centaurian, and just overall be comfy. Like I'm not gonna run out of power bombs anywhere.
Oh, BrakeJake took a fall before being able to check the top item in Edicoon's.
Yeah, he took a second to slap his forehead there. I could tell.
Yeah.
Looks like Chrono will not be making that same mistake here, so let's see what we got. More supers.
Super missiles.
Definitely nice to have. Probably still worth going back and getting for BrakeJake.
Yeah, considering that's your second pack, and we're still looking for either ammo go mode or, beam go mode.
Oh yeah, definitely. And really, it doesn't take that long, as we see there. Like BrakeJake goes that one route there, and it's really not too bad. Ooh, Heavens decides to skip the Edikun PBs. Ends up being worth it for him. E-Tank, not strictly required. It's a bit out of the way, but one thing that he's gonna have to do is be super careful here, checking Wavegate and Mission Impossible. Yeah, this farm's probably a good idea. He needs at least over 80 health to tank a hit from 60. That's I don't.
It's a little close.
That's spikes will get him.
There we go. We got 80.
He'll still get hit, one hit shot from the hoppers there. Yeah, he's. I think he's like, I've died enough from these hoppers. I'm gonna be super careful here. So funnily enough, I think almost at this point the E-Tank would have saved Heaven some time actually.
Mm-hmm.
Just some missiles.
Yeah, just some missiles. So I mean, if we end up skipping that, honestly, if Heavens just goes,
not bad for him, but okay. BrakeJake took a little tumble on the spikes. Got down to one hit on either the spike or the hoppers, so that was a little close, but he's looking okay now. And I know the only reason I was really worried about Heavens there is because I've seen him die a few times from these hoppers, and the Wavegate hoppers too can be a little scary if you're not completely prepared.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, BrakeJake having to farm up some supers. And maybe a tiny bit of health. Ooh, speed!
Ooh, early speed. So that opens up waterway to see what's in there.
Yeah, that's a nice find for sure. With Heavens having such low health, he's gonna have to make sure his health stays up here in order to get through waterway.
Yeah, that's true. With no E-Tank, he's going to have to flash in there once. That won't be able to clear out the whole thing and then do it again.
Yeah, because the big issue is if he shine sparks with not full HP, he's going to stop in the middle of those enemies and get hit, and those enemies do a lot of damage.
Mm-hmm.
So if he gets hit by this,
he's going for it.
Yeah. If he gets hit, he might be able to get like a nice little refill on his health with his reserve before, like in the middle of the shine spark. But that's also a little risky. He's looking okay here. So just BrakeJake skipping out on the X-ray there. Yeah, just missiles here at Waterway. But with this many power bombs, and now we have speed booster, that Ream Supters and everything's looking a little bit more tempting.
Yeah, I think from here, if I were Heavens, I would loop back through and do Billy Mays, and then go down Red Tower. You know, the reverse meme route.
With one E-Tank in reserve, that's enough, isn't it, Ream? I believe it is. Oh yeah, the spikes. That's true. I always forget about the spikes. Good point, Ream.
Oh yeah, the spike's at the top if you're trying to exit.
Yep. Ooh, Plasma left of Morph here.
And Wave at Green Hill Zone.
So they're looking pretty comfy on damage beams, but they're gonna be wanting to look out for the ice and charge as well.
So Chrono is going to do the reverse meme route and check Billy Mays. Heavenstitans just moving into the Red Tower.
Yeah, and the fact that Chrono left the wave beam makes me think that he's just going to be checking these items real quick and then heading back down. BrakeJake
is also going
needs
to
to
be
be
going up.
careful here.
Yeah. Ooh.
Nice. Oh, no.
Oh, no. But hey, Billy Mays ends up being a space jump and an E-tank as a reward. That is huge.
So that, that definitely puts Suitverse into play here. Probably not logic, but into play.
Yeah.
Well, I bet BrakeJake is very glad that he won the last race, because this one's looking a little bad for him here at this point.
Yeah, that's a fresh start for BrakeJake. I think the same thing ended up happening when he did the first race before. He won the first race and then decided to race again in the second race and took a death in the second race and was like, wow, I am glad that I won the first one. Bet you any amount of money he's going to be saying the same thing here.
Oh, man. And so Chrono decides to skip out on Old Mother Brain and the Supers. So it's just going to be going down.
Yeah, but he does grab that wave beam, so now has plasma wave for damage.
Be interested to
Nice
see what
tank.
Oh yeah. Be interested to see if BrakeJake kind of changes up his routing a little bit. Speed booster is super important to find there, but not 100% required. So he could opt to, like, maybe go straight for speed in the E-tanks and then kind of try to jet ahead a little bit. Catch-up plays are definitely interesting. You saw him skip those 2 missile packs there. So it'll be interesting to see what he decides here.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that space jump opening up X-ray for Chrono. Could be.
And meanwhile, we got a great fight on the side. So, I mean, Heaven's looking pretty good as far as making the kind of risky plays.
Yeah.
Or actually, I don't know if I would call these risky because this is pretty standard, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a little more conservative to go back to Blue Bryn, so I would say it's a little bit more risky. Having that space jump is going to be pretty big, so I'm not quite sure if it's worth it for Heavens, but I guess we'll see if there's some suits here.
And it is a
Gravity.
gravity suit. Huge.
All right, so with speed and gravity, that opens up pretty much all of Meridia. The only thing that they can't get, as far as I'm concerned, is Check Tool. Well, I guess technically Chrono can, but I don't think X-ray climbing is going to be in the cards for this.
So yeah, like I was saying at the very beginning, this gravity suit is going to open up the seed in a way that is not fun for our racers, because now you need to go and check all of Meridia. You need to go and check Wreck Ship. You need to check just the front of Upper Norfair, which we're probably going to be doing here in just a second. But that various suit could be just about anywhere.
Yeah, at having speed and space jump. Because Wave puts the speed in logic, right? No, or speed was at Spospo, so
Yeah.
yeah, so that's definitely in logic. Space jump, I believe, is in logic with speed. So yeah, that's just about everything in logic besides Lower Norfair.
Well, Heavens is not checking Upper Norfair. We're just going straight into Meridia. I don't know what I think about this play. I'd prefer checking Upper Norfair, just high jump boots, just to see if there's anything there. It's a very quick check, but I mean, I guess it depends on how far you feel behind.
Yeah, and Bubble Mountain's also in logic with speed, so there's definitely some potential to miss out on that Varia.
Power bombs in Main Street. And the crab pot has got
Some
nothing.
supers. It's
Well,
nice to
yeah,
have,
not nothing. Yeah,
but-
nice to have.
but definitely not required. I've
But
got
we're still
Chrono-
looking at ammo go mode because we haven't found charge yet.
Yep, and I'm sure they're hoping to find charge here, especially Chrono, knowing that he's got plasma. But yeah, it's still definitely ammo go mode a possibility.
Mm-hmm. Nice E-tank right in the middle here.
Yep, he's running a little low on health, so that's also nice to find for that reason.
Supers in the wall.
Yeah, and finding these supers is nice as well, because if you're like, I'm going to be making these checks to look for some majors, and they end up being supers, that's way better than finding some missiles just like Chrono did there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Or finding more power bombs when you don't need them.
So BrakeJake is going to be making the wreck ship play here. I was kind of expecting him to, considering the fact that he probably didn't want to go back down and get all of those items in Greenbryn.
Got a really nice CWJ.
Quick little check here. But oh yeah, Beamer, I just saw your question. That was in fact Kraid hiding gravity in both of our seeds today.
Or Chrono's making the play I was thinking about making earlier, going into high jump and seeing if this is anything good. Ends up just being a super missile and just some ammo, which I'm not saying no to the super missile, but man, that feels bad.
Yeah, it also gives him the chance to check ice if he needs to. He's got plenty of E-tanks, and speed makes it just even that much easier. So, definitely some potential to still find that Varia before Titans.
Mm-hmm. We found grapple.
So Shack Tool now in play with Space Jump in logic and Grapple in logic.
Mm-hmm. Man, a Shack Tool Various suit sounds awful, but are we going to throw the bets in, chat?
Just an E-tank here at Bubble Mountain.
Fast reset instead of going up into Norfair Reserve and into speed. That's probably a safe pivot because you only got like what? Oh, he's got plenty of E-tanks. I would have gone and checked it.
I think his reasoning is Varia isn't going to be here, and Varia is what I'm looking for. So
that's true.
I see that play making sense. Varia also not going to be at ice here, so I think it makes sense to skip out on it as well.
That's true. It can't be in a hot room, so it's got to be either in Wreck Ship, which is where BrakeJake is, or somewhere in Meridia, which is where Heavens is.
Ooh, BrakeJake. Okay.
BrakeJake, listen.
Yeah, trying to do the wreck ship first with no E-tanks, a little risky, but makes sense in terms of trying to catch up. So I'm not gonna hold it against him.
Yeah. But I think he's done with this race. He's got it safe regardless. He won the first race. He doesn't need to worry about it. He's good. But it's the second time where he joined just a race on the second one and he couldn't get it. Although, just like without the deaths, I mean, BrakeJake was definitely ahead of checks and movement on the other two players. So it just came down to the early not having enough E-tanks early making a difference.
Oh, definitely. Oh, we do have a prediction going. Where's Varia?
Where are the choices at?
We got Ream Supters, Shack, somewhere normal.
Man, what do I like here? I want to say somewhere normal just because Heavens is in a good spot for it. But we're starting to wind down on Chex and Meridia here, so hey man, that Shack tool is starting to look more and more spicy.
Yep, it's like I said, they got space jumping logic, they got grapple and logic. It's definitely a possibility. I'm still kind of leaning towards one of the sand pits at the moment, but
Yeah, same. That's what I'm thinking. That's why I want to say I was saying somewhere normal because the sand pits is a very famous place for something like that to be found.
oh, 100%. So yeah, it's. But yeah, that Shack Tool play, it's just the logic's like, hey, you got the items. So
We've got the items for Ream Supers. We got the items for Shack Tool.
yeah, I
It's a
think
matter of. Go ahead.
trying to remember exactly what's required for Ream Supers in terms of logic, because I feel like Ice Beam is necessary, and I can't remember. Maybe Screw Attack and Space Jump make it in logic too. I don't think so though, because that's probably still short charge. So yeah, I think it's ice and
Yeah,
speed. Yeah,
I
okay.
think if we're going based on SMRAT rules, ice would be the last thing needed to really make Ream Supers in logic. Yeah, but we have everything else.
Yeah, I mean, and our runners can definitely get it if they want to, but yeah, it's just matter of it being in logic.
But yeah, I'm thinking Ream Supers is looking less and less likely. Just because you're saying in logic we need ice, which means we need to find ice before we find Varia. If that's the case, ice could be here at Dragon. It could be in the sand pits. It could be we want ice anyways to go through Torian. But it also could be that this is the second suit or the second suit's in the sand pits.
Yeah, man. Let's see if what Chrono decides to do here. It looks like he is going to be checking the pits and potentially Shack. Space was at Billy Mays and Grav was at Kraid.
Yep, and Grapple was at the drinking pool. I believe. I don't remember. We
Oh,
found
Varia
it.
the
We found
sand
Varia.
pit. I called it.
Every time.
So that is go mode for Chrono. All he needs is some ammo or charge.
Yep. And it's going to be hard to say who's really in front here because Heavens is already fighting Dragon, which Chrono still needs to go and fight. Once he's done with Dragon, then all he needs to do is go down the right sand pit, and I mean right as in correct sand pit, and then yeah,
and with him not really having anything for plasma, I think that's where he goes straight to after this.
oh yeah, no, definitely. I would pivot save, go down one of the sand pits. If I see that Varia, then I'm probably just gonna leave.
He's got plenty of ammo for Ridley and has lots of items to check in Upper Norfair for more ammo. So
Yeah.
I think it makes a lot of sense.
But yeah, this positions Heavenstitans in a very good spot to just be done with the seed.
He is having a bit of trouble here on Dragon. Keeps getting the goop on this side, and it looks like he's probably a little less practiced, but he does get the backup here. That Varia making do a bit more damage to him, or lack of Varia rather.
Yep. Probably get a small health bomb with the energy level, but it depends on the. Nope, never mind.
Yeah, I want to say having reserves makes it to where you don't health bomb. Could be wrong there, but it's just kind of something I noticed. I feel like I've never heard anyone actually mention that before, though.
Gonna have to utilize speed to get back out of Dragon.
Better a gravity jump. There you go.
Yeah, I guess it depends on how comfortable you are doing speed versus gravity jump, because the gravity jump you still have to, go through the pause menu.
Yeah, it's definitely faster to use the Shine Spark if you get it first try. Varia
still here.
So Reem Varia was at left sand pit.
Oh, so this is interesting. Chrono, since they found the Varia at Sandpit, they're going directly, or he's going directly down into Ridley, and doing maybe a couple of checks here to look for ammo and charge. But yeah, I think this is a good play instead of going into Dragon. But this is going to be interesting to see where Heavens is going to be coming into Ridley, and where Chrono is going to be leaving Ridley.
Yeah, it definitely makes a huge difference. And I think Chrono's play is smart. That's the closest you're going to be to Lower Norfair is after checking one of those sand pits. So it makes sense to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you could have maybe gone and killed Dragon first, just to do it and see what other items you find along the way, and then come back and get Varia afterwards. I think either play makes sense, but just having the knowledge makes it to where you're like, okay, I'm gonna maybe skip some of these more annoying checks. Oh yeah, so Chrono's skipping Mickey Mouse.
That makes sense. If I'm Chrono, I'm checking anything that's in my way, and that's it. I'm not going out of my way to check items.
Yeah, it's not a super high density check. It's got a little bit of time. It's not the worst check, but yeah, it's definitely a little bit out of the way.
Like, check PP is a shame here. Check, PP is a shame is the last item before you check Ridley. But check behind Ridley for the credit card. If it's not there, then probably on your way out, check Fireflies because it's right there. Check Jail because it's right there. Check Frankazee because it's right there.
Yep, and yeah, if it charges in Jail, then I'm definitely going for it. Oh, speaking of Chrono making the right decision, so I don't know if he can speed Zeb skip, but he does have enough ammo to get through pretty quickly if he decides to not speed Zeb skip. Ooh, Heavens. Didn't quite see that Varia yet, but gonna be checking for it. Nice little X-ray kill on the pirates from Chrono. Alright. Heavens, probably glad to be finding that Varia suit there.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah, so this puts Heavens into a soft go mode. Definitely going to be grabbing ammo along the way because we still don't know where charge is, and that's a really good move in my opinion.
Yeah, and I don't know how comfortable he is with Mother Brain, but the fact that he did not find that plasma beam also is going to probably keep him checking ammo in more locations, even after potentially finding charge.
Yeah, that's true. Well, let's see if Ridley is holding on to the credit card today.
BrakeJake, I don't think Chrono can do the speed Zeb skip if I had to guess, but I got some Heavenstitans in stereo. I think WJG is trying to get the two-person layout here for us. Now that BrakeJake has DNF'd.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think Chrono, even with the ammo count he has, should be able to clear out the Zebs and Mother Brain 1, because it's really not that much ammo. Because I did some glitchless co-op with one of my friends where we were for a marathon where we tried to not do any glitches and see how fast we could beat the game in co-op. And I think you need like 25 supers and maybe like 30 or so normal missiles in order to get through Mother Brain 1 and the Zeb skips. Or the Zebs, not the Zeb skip. So I think Chrono's good. Yeah. So WJG, just so you know, our little stream preview is still showing the old layout. There you go. Never mind. But oh, it's shrunk down though.
Just gotta give WJG a hard time.
Yep.
He's doing all the work, and you're just in there complaining. And I kid.
I want to do the best job I can for these guys. You know.
I hear you. I hear you. Well, if you're brand new to the channel and you've just come in to kind of see what's going on, this is the playoffs. We are at the end of the season here. This is what we're getting really close to the end. It's going to be 2, 3, I'm thinking maybe 4 more races, and then we're done.
Yeah, so after this one is the semifinals, which will be the winner of this versus Sunwoo, and BrakeJake and I will be the semifinals, and then the finals after that. So yeah, 3 more races.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I was thinking 4 because, it could be a best of whatever for the last race, but yeah, 3 more major races.
Of course, yeah. We still got the off-season stuff going on.
Yeah, and then we start the next season back up. But yeah, it's been a pretty good season, I think, for some up-and-comers and some, of the usual runners. And if you're interested in joining, be sure to join the Discord. You can definitely find more details there. There's going to be also a Mega Man X race at some point. I don't know if I got cut off about the Mega Man X race.
Probably.
But there's going to be a Mega Man X 100% race at some point coming up. I know that they're still kind of working on that and getting it set up.
Yeah, it should be a good time. I'm not as familiar with Mega Man X as a lot of other games, but it's definitely not Metroid, but it should be a good one.
So yeah, Heavens is still doing checks, which is going to put it a little bit behind now. I think Chrono's basically in go mode, trying to just finish the seed as quickly as possible.
Yeah, I definitely think Chrono is in the lead here. Having that charge beam knowledge, yeah, and he went right for it too, which is a little wild. So yeah, he's definitely in the lead now. I don't think there's any way that Heavens can really catch up here unless there's some shambles by Chrono.
I mean, I know you're saying it was kind of wild that he went right for it, but come on, we all know that Ridley's holding on to the credit card. Like 9 times out of 10, that's where you find it in SMRAT Classic.
WJG's gonna get good at figuring out how this stream works.
And we're back.
Yep, still the smaller one, but you know,
It is what it is. I'm not that
yeah.
fussed by it.
I think WJG is annoyed by it.
I'm not
helping
over
him
here
out.
like, oh, it's not big enough.
The size queen over here.
Yikes.
There we go. Oh,
Hey.
that's it. That's it right there. Thank you, WJG. Appreciate that.
You better. Oh man, that's 3 bosses down now for Chrono. So yeah, now Chrono's officially ahead of Heavenstitans. Man,
Yep.
I kind of want to reach through the screen and be like, Heavens, just go to Ridley.
Yep.
Just
I tend to do that too. Like, I only check Upper Norfair after Ridley and some of the other slower like checks, because I'm like, okay, well, I might find something I need on the way to Ridley. Then I'll do Upper Norfair if I need more ammo. But if I have enough ammo to feel comfy at Ridley, I'm going straight to him.
Yeah. Yeah, 80-50 is quite a bit.
And I mean, like, even before he made all these checks, he still had enough, so even more reason. Yeah, Chrono just has whole Fanny left here, so he's gonna be making his way straight to him. And with 20 power bombs, easy Torian, gonna be like no real issues here.
Yeah.
Ooh, Heavens is actually going to be taking this cathedral item check as well before heading to Lower Norfair.
Supers.
I don't know if he's like looking for space jump or something. Maybe high jump. Maybe.
Oh yeah, that's definitely a possibility because you have to go through the lava dive.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's uncomfortable with the high jumpless grab jump. It can be a little tight, but I feel like with that much health, you got quite a few tries. Chrono almost to Fantoon, while Heavens is checking out this Crocomire here. It's possible Heavens is thinking, maybe charges somewhere around here or something. Yeah, not checking Blue Brinstar. I always forget the name of it.
Billy Mays.
Definitely hurting Heavenstitans, because Blue Brinstar had plasma and space jump. So I feel he's probably feeling a little behind here at this point, just finding some more missiles.
Yeah. Yeah, we know that there's not going to be anything else in the seed now. It's just a matter of going and beating it.
Yeah, the only thing he might happen upon is some useful items like ice, high jump, screw attack, or maybe spacer. I don't know how much he wants to see that either.
Boo, 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 boo. My bird is being a dork. Are you being a dork? Are you being a dork? Huh? Meow. Meow. Meow.
They do say pets take on their owner's qualities, right?
Well, I'm definitely a dork, so. Oh.
That is a nice little microwave on Fanny from Chrono. Now he's just got to take a nice little save at the ship, or refill at the ship, and he is on his way. Yeah, I was like, if I'm down here, I'm still gonna grab those super missiles. I wouldn't skip out on those yet. I think this is probably comfy now with all those missiles. Fun little shine spark from Chrono across West Ocean. And that is way more than enough ammo now for Heavens. You actually still might need to take the refill after some Zebs, but at this point it's looking like he probably doesn't even need to do that. Yeah, Chrono looking really good. Getting in Torian, probably about the 46, 47. Or that's right, there's no G4. So yeah, 40, probably about 46 minutes. Pretty dang good.
Yeah, probably finish out the seed at the sub 55, I'm guessing.
I'd say that's pretty fair. Can be a pretty quick Mother Brain with the beam combo he's got, and a decent amount of ammo. A little bit slower Metroids because no ice, but still not too bad.
We're not digging for ice at this point.
Oh, well, definitely not.
We have no idea where ice is. It could be anywhere.
Fortunately for Heavens, neither is what he is looking for here.
Yeah, I'm betting at this point he's got to be looking for space jump because he's definitely got the ammo for Ridley and Mother Brain.
Yeah, I think yeah, space jump or maybe high jump. Maybe he's comfortable enough with high jump, but yeah.
Yeah, high jumpless lava dive is not fun.
Yeah, I mean with grav, it's really not too bad. You just got to do
Sure.
one little wall jump, but that wall jump might be hard. So
Yeah. I know I can't do it, so I don't blame him for looking for a way to get through that lava dive.
yeah, I'd say with just Varia, yeah, that's a no go for me. Gonna do a little spring ball jump off of that chorizo. I hadn't seen that before. Chrono looking to the left here. saying goodbye to the baby Metroid.
Faster look great.
Yep.
You're supposed to look away from the Metroids.
Heaven's just finding this E-Tank here. Yeah, I'm curious to see what he's going to be doing next.
I'm thinking he's gonna DNF before we get to see too much more.
Very well could be.
Because Chrono's gonna finish, and yeah.
Alright, Chrono's ammo looking pretty good. He needs to make sure he, you know, doesn't use up all of his supers if he messes up a little bit here, but should be more than fine.
So this seed really came down to being comfortable with low health, dealing with the hoppers.
Yeah, I think that's probably one of the reasons why Heavens didn't go check Blue Brinstar. So that's what caused BrakeJake to die there too.
Yeah.
I actually have a decent little strat I found against those hoppers at SMRAT portal. It's if you go into that room morphed while holding dash, for whatever reason it turns the RNG to where if you just keep holding right, you'll go past all the hoppers without getting hit. Something I discovered while just like trying to figure out how to get past those hoppers without getting hurt, because it came up a lot in seeds, so I was just trying to find a good strategy for that. And for whatever reason, just morphing, going through the door while holding dash, makes our RNG a very particular way with those hoppers, and it makes it very easy to get through. Yeah, easy Mother Brain 2 here for Chrono. Ooh, BrakeJake. Yeah, that's pretty rough. Oh wow, Heavens is gonna be going ahead and checking Phantom.
And probably doing a full clear of Wreck Ship while he's at it.
Yeah, he might find what he wants here, because we have not found ice or high jump yet, but yeah, that's a little rough. Time for Mother Brain 3 for Chrono. Yeah, I think with speed, yeah, we're definitely looking at a sub 55 here, like you said.
Yep, there goes Mother Brain 3. Laying the bomb in the eye as it moves is just...
Add an insult to injury. I'm always interested to see how people do this Leodux room without high jump. Because with speed and high jump, the strat's pretty set in stone. There's a couple little ways of doing it, but yeah, when you don't have that high jump, it's interesting to see what people decide to do.
Mm-hmm.
Chrono went for the I forgot I didn't have high jump strat, which is a pretty common one for me as well.
Yeah. Chrono's probably not going to go for the animals because, why would you at this point?
Yeah, he usually doesn't. Save those frames.
All right, there it is. A final race room GG time of about 53 something.
53-55.
Nice.
Yeah, good call on the sub 55. Yeah. GG's Chrono as Heavenstitans finishing up Fantune here. He did DNF, so that looks like that's going to be it for him. Chrono will be moving on to the next race of the semifinals versus Sunwoo. Yeah, these semifinals are gonna be great races.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, Sunwoo also having really good movement. And just a lot of random knowledge, and not just SMRAT or anything. But yeah, we are joined here with our runner Heavenstitans. GG's Heavens.
GG's.
Heavens, I think you actually had Chrono for the first half. You were doing really well in some of your decision making and some of the things that you were ended up doing. I think the seed, honestly, unfortunately, just came down to because there was such little energy at the very beginning. The space jump ended up being in Billy Mays, and I think that's what you were ended up trying to look for.
Yeah, that would have been great to have.
Yeah, Plasma was also left of Morph, so Chrono, right after Green Brinstar, went for Blue Bryn, which had Plasma and Space Jump and another energy tank, I believe. So that
wow.
made him super comfortable. Speaking of which, GG's Chrono, welcome in. Yeah, we were just saying how the big move that I think really did, but Sineth and I both really think what made this race was you getting Plasma and Space Jump at Blue Bryn Star.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I felt pretty good going back there and grabbing those two, especially Space Jump, just because it means I don't need really anything else. I mean, I guess we had bombs already at that point, but it just
Right.
makes it so much easier.
Yeah, and just everything opens up too, which is maybe an issue in its own self. Like I think you didn't have grab at that point because it was at Kraid, but you knew A suit was coming up at some point soon, so that kind of opens up the map a bit. Yeah, and then your decision to check the pits right ahead, right away, finding that Varia, and then with that going straight to charge beam.
Where was Charge Beam at?
Behind Ridley.
Or
It was
PB's a shame.
PB's of shame.
PB's
yeah.
a shame. Sorry.
Yeah, I didn't get to go there. If I was still looking for either high jump or space jump,
Space jump. Yeah.
Yeah, if I would have had any of those, I would have just gone straight down. I debated it, but it's very slow, especially if you're doing the HBJ, and it's or IBJ. I'm sorry, and it's just crazy doing that in the worst room, and then having to go through the room afterwards is just a nightmare with no high jump.
Yeah, especially with speed as well. No high jump speed
Yes,
is the worst movement in the game.
Mhm.
absolutely. Uh, I think the first game I was just trying to. My hands were really cold, so I was trying to warm up because I didn't realize that the game was at 10 versus noon. So I wound up just like going on the fly and just not even practicing and then going straight into the game. But the second game, I think I was doing a little bit better. My wall jumps were a lot better. Still had some issues with it, especially in climb. And I've practiced so many times in climb, it's crazy. So
Yeah, climb is one of those things that you just always get a little bit better at over time. It's you never get like real big gains because it's just kind of like a test of where your wall jump abilities are, or if you do the other way, how good your ledge grabs are. So
Mhm.
either way, it's definitely something that gets better the more advanced your movement gets.
absolutely.
Yeah, and if high jump ended up being somewhere being a little more favorable for you, then this seed could have been a little bit different. Obviously, it wasn't, but you did really good. I think you did really good in this seed.
Yeah, I think I did okay. If I would have known, I probably would have gone to Billy Mays, but I had 50 health and going through those into that room, it would have been
Yeah,
volatile.
yeah, those
Oh yeah,
hoppers do a lot of damage.
Yes.
BrakeJake joined you too for fun, and he died once the first time to that room, and then in the second run, he was already 10 minutes behind trying to play catch up, and he decided that he's going to try and check wreck ship first, and died trying to go into wreck ship with almost no energy.
Yeah, that's why I also avoided going to the Atacoons because down there, because like I said, with 50 health, those froggers do a lot of damage, and I've seen multiple players just die there, just skipped it. I was like, I would just orphan that one item, and then I didn't get the green gate glitch in pink, big pink, because I was like, at this point, I was thinking the logic, and it would be out of logic to do that. So I just wound up going down.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's interesting because Edikун's had the first E tank, I think, which made those other rooms a lot more safer. But right, I think
I
so.
Yeah, you're right because he didn't have the E tank when he went through pink. So
Yeah, I didn't want to have suffered damage to the hoppers either in that
Yeah,
the green glitch room, the green gate glitch room. So I was like, just go down.
yeah, especially when you have screw attack, it's a lot easier to get hit by those big hoppers. I found that out on my my last race.
Mhm.
uh,
Well,
Do you think if
that
you had
means
gotten that E tank down
I
in
congratulate
Edikун's,
Chrono. And go ahead.
do you think if you had gotten that E tank in Edikун's, you would have gone to Billy Mays, or would you have kept going the way you did?
No, I probably absolutely would have gone to Billy Mays. That would have been a no-brainer for me. I would have just done that. Usually I do that. It's just with such low health, I was like, I'm not gonna risk it. I didn't have any save back then, and I would have lost like 8 or 9 minutes at that point.
Oh yeah.
yeah, I guess any last comments on the seed or the first seed if you'd like to get into that too.
The first seed seemed pretty straightforward. It seemed like the items were going. I decided not to kill Kraid, and I think that was the play. I think BrakeJake did a phenomenal job there. By the way, just GG's to BrakeJake as well. It's an honor like I said, it's an honor to play with Chrono and BrakeJake. They're phenomenal players, and just to be part of in the quarterfinals is fantastic. It's the first time I've been here, so GG's.
Yeah, congratulations for making it this far.
yeah. For me, the first seed, I skipped almost everything. That's how I always play these, and I had explored everything but the water at that point, which was and then I knew I was hunting for gravity, but I was like the last location I looked. I even took out Proc and everything, so yeah, I knew it wasn't likely that I was gonna have a good finish in that one.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that was super unfortunate with the grab being behind Kraid. Yeah, BrakeJake was the only one that grabbed it. So, in fact,
Well,
y'all had got to Kraid at the same time in that first seed. Y'all both turned away.
Well, that means that my movement's getting better if I can keep up with Chrono and BrakeJake.
Yeah, like that's what I was trying to say is, despite how you finished, it ended up being closer than you think it was. And I think you made some good decisions. There are definitely some things that I would suggest practicing just to get better at them, like the low energy hopper rooms. But other than that, yeah, I think your movement's pretty good.
Yeah, on honesty, I think when I used to play 80%, I actually had better movement, and then I stopped playing and started doing these randos, and I have better knowledge, and in some places I have better movement, but like certain areas like the hopper room, I could have easily done it, but I didn't want to risk it.
Yeah, I hear you.
Oh, actually, it looks like I was wrong. It's going to be me and Chrono and BrakeJake and Sunwoo. For some reason, I thought it was going to be the other way around. Just correct it for everyone.
So it's a rematch, so BrakeJake better step up his game so he can beat Sunwoo.
Yeah, that's it's going to be a tough one for all of us here. I think both of those races are going to be great. So yeah, definitely stay tuned for when those happen.
Oh,
And
yeah,
if
I
you
look
don't know
forward
when
to
they're
it.
going to happen, join the Discord so you can stay in touch.
I think they put them into the restream request channel whenever they get scheduled. So yeah, look out for that. All right, I guess anything else from you, Sineth?
No, like I said, I think both seats were really good. Heavens, thank you so much for racing and giving us a good race. Chrono, same thing. Thank you for giving us a good race and coming back season to season. And both you guys doing really good here. You always exceed my expectations, and it's always a close race. So keep going.
Thank you,
thanks.
and thank you for commentating, and thank you for WJG and Reem for setting this up.
Yep, just echo that. Thanks, everyone.
Yeah, and with that, I think we'll raid on out here. Thanks to WJG and Reem, and for our Racers for Racing, and for Sineth coming in and doing comms with me. And I think with that, we'll see you next mission.
See you next mission.